Good morning, everybody. God, I don't even know what day it is. That's a terrible thing. Thursday. Happy Thursday. Yeah. We got a few minutes left in the day. This is spot number 4. I have been fishing shallow all morning, 10 feet or less. I'm in 10 right now. And I got one perch to show for it. Been mainly throwing swim baits. Actually, that's all I've thrown this morning. Swim baits, shallow, looking. I fished 3 feet. Well, they've all been structured. I haven't been just fishing a shoreline. I thought I would slide in and try something a little different because I'm catching a few fish here and there in the mornings, deeper, but not enough to be like, oh, that's where I gotta be. So I came out this morning and I'm like, we'll mix it up a little bit. It's overcast. Maybe I'll get into the shallows, see what I see. I haven't done much, obviously. We have a little bit of a southeast breeze this morning. I believe it's supposed to turn around out of the northwest, but it's not yet. It's pretty flat out here this morning. I mean, you can see behind me just a little bit of a bump, but not much at all. And okay, take it. Quit dinking with it. Must have been a perch. He swiped at it 3 times. You can tell they grabbed that. I think they're just grabbing the tail. Water temp still the same as yesterday, 45.1. I know our lovely meteorologists are trying to get everybody scared to death that some big event is coming, but we don't have the temperatures for it. We don't have the temperatures for it. I was really hoping for all of my friends up on the Salmon River and everybody else that's tributary fishing this time of year along the Great Lakes. I hope we get some rain. But it rained overnight. Not a ton. I heard it. It woke me up once. And they're saying it's supposed to rain on and off all day. These clouds right now don't look like rain clouds. This is maybe the preamble to whatever's coming, and again, I have a feeling we're going to have a weather change, or a wind change, I mean. Come on, take it. Oh, there must be a pile of perch around here. Because you can just feel them dinking with that swim bait. Right next to the boat. Right next to the boat. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to do a walk around of this boat. I'll take a little more time. I'm getting a little bingo right now, but I'll take a little walk around this boat. I'll show everybody the ins and outs of it, what I've learned from it in a week. Because I believe I'm taking it back this weekend and demoing a new 24-year model, I believe, another Delta. And if you're wondering why, so my boat went back to the dealer for some maintenance. And while it's there, they're swamps. So I said, you know, you don't have to rush me right to the front or nothing. Take care of your customers. And Tim, the owner, said, okay, well, let's put you in a couple different boats for the next however long, and see if we can't move some of them before the show season. Because anything I'm in is for sale. So if you're in the market and you were getting, you know, you were going to wait till boat show season, don't wait. There's no reason to wait. And if you get one now, you still be able to get out this year. Again, I'm only an amateur weatherman, and I haven't looked recently into the isobar maps and all that, but there's nothing that says to me anytime soon that we're looking at winter showing up. It would have to be a drastic change in everything. I mean, the wind's going to have to come around out of the northwest to the north to get these temperatures down. I mean, you can't have winter with south winds or east winds, quite honestly. At least not all the time. And last year, using that as a guide, every day that you had a day of south wind somewhere in the southern quadrant, whether it's southeast, south, southwest, it seemed to be that if you had that wind, you had at least a week of nothing, of no weather, no changes, just stayed mild. And well, it certainly seems that this is our pattern again this winter. You know, and I'm mixed. I'm a little torn on it. I do love the ice fish. I didn't go out at all last year. For me, it just wasn't. I don't want to say safe, but safe. You know, I'm not killing myself to get on 3 inches of ice. I can tell you that right now. And there's not a fish in this world worth it. You might see me in some gnarly situations and weather-wise, but I'm in control, and my boat's not going to sink. You know, my boat's not going to, I'm not going to fall through my boat. So, you know, once you get 6, 7 inches, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I love the ice fish, and I'm looking forward to it this year, hopefully. Like I say all the time, I honestly would rather be in my boat. As much as I love the ice fish, to me, open water is better, period. It gives you more opportunity, yada, yada, yada. That's just me. Now, you know, like I say, again, that being said, as soon as we get fishable ice, you know, we've got a bunch of us that are ready to roll. So we shall see. 45-degree water temps at Thanksgiving time doesn't seem to bode well, but we'll see how long that lasts. And it's got to mess with the fish. Like, you know, things. There's one. Right here at the boat. Right here at the boat. Oh, yeah. Boy, I almost could have seen him. I took 3 turns of the handle after he snapped it, and he was right there. Aha! Dun, 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 dun. I love it. Let's throw him on the catch board, and let's get a real quick measurement. 17 3/4 coming at you. Ha ha. Pow, pow, uppercut. Love it. Listen, 1 fish on camera is worth 10 in the boat, right? Right. Right, 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 right. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Right? Couple more months, it'll be Groundhog movie season. You remember me? Ned Ryerson. Needle Nose Ned. Ned the Head. You once told me not to date your sister, Mary Pat. Bing! One of my favorite movies of all time. Ned Ryerson. It does not take much to amuse me. It does not take much. We're on the clock. We got 2 minutes, boys and girls. Let's see if I can do another one. Now, one of the things about fishing your swim baits, all right? And that fish right there was a perfect example of it. Finish your cast. Finish that retrieve all the way to the boat. Because, now, my guess is I had just started to lift my tip because it was getting close, and that swim bait went and changed angle and started going up like this. And that walleye had been behind him, obviously, and went, no, you're not getting away. Crap. You know? And, you know, if you get within 10, 20 feet and you just fast spin it right in, you're doing a real disservice to yourself, because a lot of those bites come very late in the cast when it's closer to the boat. You know, obviously you get those hole-in-ones, you know, Captain Tony Buffa is his famous hole-in-one. That's where whatever you have, you cast it out there, and as soon as you start to whatever, jig it, retrieve it, there's a fish there, which means he grabbed it on the way down. So you do get, listen, you get a lot of hole-in-ones. That's a reaction bite. Like if you were, so let's say you were flipping for largemouth in cover, and they're sitting there like this, and all of a sudden that bait with those heavy head goes boom right in front of them. They just go like that, because they don't, it's not a cognitive thing necessarily, it's a reaction. Boom. It's the same way out here in open water. The reaction is it's doing something different. These things are down there following. I think I see it on live scope when I fish live scope, and I don't fish my live scope a ton. I'm not a screen watcher. A lot of times I'll use it when I'm drifting and I'm searching in front of me to see if there's fish in the drift, or, you know the direction of which to cast. But I do fish a swim bait fairly often on there, and you would be amazed at the number of follows you get per cast. Like seriously, unless you're just in a fishless zone, every time that lure's in the water, there seems to be something looking at it and following it. All right, 8:01, last cast. Last cast for love. My other career is a singer. I mean, I can go right to singing if you guys would like. Totally up to you. La 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 la. And can you believe that my wife says I got a big mouth? The nerve. The nerve. Dames. God, the old days, they used to be called broads. I never really understood that, though. Like, what's a broad? I mean, I know the word broad when you say, like, I don't know, something is wide or broad or whatever, but I never understood the connection between broad and a woman. I know that's an old term, but I got some old guys out here that might know the answer to that, so who knows? I don't want to go to work. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Oneida Lake kid. I got a million fish to choose from. Oneida Lake kid. If I'd catch more fish, I wouldn't freaking bother you guys as much with my singing. But if the fish don't want to cooperate, I do. I already said last cast. You guys know the deal. I want one right here. Nice good one in the morning. Now that fish too, and I didn't really get into the look of it. I caught one yesterday, it looked exactly like it. It was real pale, yellowy. Even around its mouth and lips, it was very like buttery colored as opposed to white. I would have to ask somebody at Cornell something about that, you know, as far as maybe they've switched up their diet right now and that's what gives them that color. I don't know. Well, that sucks. I guess I got to go to work. Ooh. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me once again on Matt's Morning Show. I'll start something different too. If you guys have a topic you want me to talk about one morning, if you have a technique you'd like me to fish so you guys could learn it, put it in the comments. I read the comments. And we'll start adding that into like a customer. I don't know what you call it, but we'll do like you know, suggestions, I guess. There'll be a suggestion box. So if there's something you want to see or talk about, let me know. If not, I will see you guys later. Hey, 2 things tonight. Big SU basketball game against the first ranked opponent of the year in the ACC SEC Challenge. I think we're playing Tennessee tonight or Texas. One of the two. Either which they're ranked. This is going to be a big test for SU. And 2, if you're a deadhead like me, and I know a couple people are going, Dark Star Orchestra, which is the greatest, in my opinion, national touring band that covers the dead. And they do complete concerts and they replay them. They're incredible musicians. They're playing at the Stanley tonight in Utica. So if you're into that, go check it out. All right, everybody. Thanks. I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Keep your tip up.